Okay, let's go.
A fugitive tried to sneak onto a cruise ship because nothing says escape plan like a floating hotel with mandatory ID checks.
Carnival's adult-only lagoon? Yeah, about that. They just invited the teenagers in. And pour one out for Costa Maya because it looks like Carnival may be ghosting the port.
And Labor Day cruise deals are here because nothing says America like mattresses, hot dogs, and cruise deals. Let's go shopping cruise style. Welcome to Gen X Cruise Life. If you turn on the Grammys and instantly think, what the hell is this nonsense? Then this is the cruise show for you. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a Cruise News 2025 update. First up, pro tip friends, if you've got a felony warrant, maybe don't try to board a cruise ship.
A 49-year-old Virginia beach man was arrested at Norfolk on Saturday for trying to board a cruise ship.
He was all set for a fun day at sea, but instead of fruity drinks and a sail-away party, he got matching bracelets.
Courtesy of the Norfolk Police Department. CBP flagged him during the normal check-in process and boom, trip canceled.
The charges? Well, we can't say because we don't want to get flagged on YouTube, but let's just say it's about as brutal as you can get without unaliving someone.
So Nate, this raises the question, are cruisers always background checked, or is it just this particular cruise port or this particular cruise line? The short answer is you can be.
We don't know which cruise ship this was. We know there was 2 cruise ships at the port that day. We're not going to name names because we don't know which one it was. However, we have found through our own research that a lot of cruise lines do a background check or a simple background check. It's actually not the cruise lines though, it's the CBP, right?
Well, actually, Carnival and Royal both have it on their website that they can and do a background check on certain passengers. I don't know if it's just randomly picking passengers or we don't know what the process is, but you can be background checked by the cruise lines and then they share that information with CBP. But in this case, it was CBP that did the check and caught the warrant.
CBP being Customs and Border Patrol.
Right.
What we've also found through our research is that approximately, or on average, 44 people are apprehended each day at ports of entry, including cruise ports.
For felony warrants.
So, stupid criminal time? I mean, if you've got warrants, maybe you don't need a vacation. Maybe you need a hiding spot.
There's 2 recent examples. There was I believe a 61-year-old woman that was nabbed getting on an Alaskan cruise not that long ago. I think she was committing fraud in a different state, so she had an outstanding warrant. And then there was a guy that was arrested that had $100,000 outstanding child support payments. So he was picked up.
Yeah, that dude didn't need a vacation. He needed to work a little harder.
He needed to pay his bills, yeah. Next up, it's Labor Day, which means 2 things, mattress sales and cruise deals. But today, we're here for the cruise deals.
Yeah, our mattress is good. Carnival is calling this their biggest ever bundle deal. This includes a $400 onboard credit and up to 25% off of extras like spa days.
Translation, you can finally afford the Wi-Fi and the specialty steakhouse. MSC is offering 40% off the cruise fare plus kids sail free.
Norwegian went all out with 50% off of all cruise fares.
And Royal Caribbean is dangling 40% off of drink packages.
Holland America has up to 45% off of fares and a low deposit.
Celebrity is cutting prices by 50% also.
And Margaritaville at Sea is going full late night infomercial with up to 80% off of fares for extra guests.
Jimmy Buffett would be proud. So we're not travel agents. We're not trying to sell you a cruise. We're just letting you know about these great deals going on right now.
Right. We're not sponsored by anybody. I don't know who would pay us to really hawk their stuff, but we want to be a resource for you.
Yes. I think we're going to go book a cruise after the show.
Well, what else is new? So tell us what you think. Do you like us bringing these cruise deals to you, or should we just stick to the cruise news? Let us know in the comments below. And now some bad news for anyone wanting to have a peaceful adults-only day at Celebration Key.
As of September 6th, the daybeds at the Calypso Lagoon will no longer be just 18 plus.
Carnival just lowered the age limit to 13 and up because nothing says relaxation like a 13-year-old lurking next to your $119 daybed while you sip a margarita.
So Celebration Key had 2 adults-only areas, this Calypso Lagoon, and then there's another area called Pearl Cove Beach Club. But now they're down to 1.
Yeah, they're down to 1. Before they had 2, one was pay and one was free, being the Calypso was the free one. So what a lot of people are saying is, hey, if I want to have adult-only area at Celebration Key, now I've got to pay. And it's we talk about it all the time, nickel and diming. And Carnival is giving them the option of booking something else or getting their money back. So they're not necessarily forcing them to go into that new environment with the 13 plus when they had originally booked it adults only. And since when is hanging out with 18-year-olds adults only? So the bottom line is, if you want a truly kid-free relaxation time at Celebration Key, you gotta cough up the cash.
It's kind of a sneaky move on Carnival, but hey, maybe they're training us for the Del Webb retirement communities. Pay extra to get away from the kids.
Sneaky move, Carnival, sneaky move.
Hey Gen X fam, do you think cruise ships need more adult-only spaces, or is it good the way it is? Leave us your comments below.
And now we have a segment we like to call We Nailed It. Watch the clip. The most crazy thing to me is you've got these other brands that are going to be coming in there, and they're going to have Perfect Day Mexico just right in front of their face. Yeah.
They're going to be pulling in, and it's going to be right there.
Yeah. If you're on a Norwegian ship, you're going to pull up and you're going to go, I want that. But it's not for you. If you're one of these other cruise lines, are you going to want your passengers to see basically the blinking neon lights? Yeah. The Disneyland that will now be Perfect Day Mexico in front of your customers thinking, this is the last time we're on this ship. We're going to be on that ship over there. The upside to all of this might be that it might thin out the beach a little bit.
Yeah.
Because anything that's royal or celebrity is going to be at Perfect Day, most likely. Might thin out the beach. You might be able to get 2 lobster tails.
Well, I was going to say they did run out of the large lobster tails by the time we ordered. So maybe there'll be more left for us.
That's right. And that brings us to today.
So here we are. It looks like Carnival is pulling Costa Maya off of its itinerary after 2026. So here's a little background story. Royal Caribbean purchased the port of Costa Maya. And even though they're going to allow all these other cruise ships to come into port, they're going to be building this brand new shiny resort. It's going to be the Jewel. Called Perfect Day Mexico. It's going to have the tallest water slide in Mexico. It's going to be basically like Coco K2. There is some pushback from the locals right now. They're probably going to get some more environmental protections out of Royal Caribbean, but this project is probably going to go forward. Right now, there's several cruise lines coming into Costa Maya, including Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, which is of course owned by Royal Caribbean, same parent company. There's also Virgin, and who else comes in? Princess, yes, and MSC. That's another big one.
And while none of this is official, we do know that starting October 2026, Costa Maya disappears from virtually all of Carnival's itineraries. So you have Celebrity, which is part of the Royal Caribbean group, and they will have access. And then you have Princess and Virgin. And those are the, less kids, less families. Adult-centric cruises, exactly. Yeah. The people on those cruise ships might not be enticed by water slides and what Perfect Day Mexico has to offer. So we might not see them making changes.
And then for us as a family, we love that port. So I'm kind of torn too, because I would miss not being able to go and do the things that we like to do at that port. I love Perfect Day at Coco Cay, but you have no other options when you pull up there.
Right.
That is your only option for the day. But now you have 2. And what would we do?
Well, I think if we rolled up on a Norwegian cruise line, we'd be perfectly happy hitting the beach.
Right.
Because we've done that a bunch of times and we love it. However, if we rolled up on a Royal Caribbean, it'd be Perfect Day Mexico, here we come. This is a big problem for Carnival though, as far as the Western Caribbean is concerned, because there's not a lot of ports. You got maybe 4 or 5 main ports in the Western Caribbean.
Belize, Roatan, Cozumel, Costa Maya.
If you go and replace Costa Maya with that, then what else are you going to have?
An extra sea day?
Right. How long is that going to take?
It takes years to negotiate contracts with different countries to build a new port, because they might have to spend hundreds of millions of dollars building infrastructure to pull the ship in. So what do you think? Do you think Carnival guests are going to miss Costa Maya? Drop us a comment below.
Hey guys, we're a brand new channel, so please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. And if you're watching on television, you can scan this QR code and it'll take you right to the comments, so you can leave a comment or you can subscribe from there.
Now we have some stories coming up about the Disney Wish Man Overboard drama, and the toilets aren't working on the Symphony of the Seas, and you can watch that video coming up right now.